Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's poppin'? I've been trying for the last, well, I don't know, it's probably been out like 2 or 3 days to see the Cortez versus Head Ice battle. And every time I try to sit down and watch it, it's just a bunch of stuff going on, and I never get a chance to fully watch it and really give my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching it with interruptions and stuff like that, and I ain't want to do that. So now, as I like to do, if you watch my blogs, you see how oftentimes I like to go round by round as I'm watching it, because I'm giving you right there my straight opinion. I'm not letting anything alter my opinion at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving y'all my thoughts as it's all happening. So first round on Cortez, I want to start off by saying, just like in the NJT Summer Madness 6 battle, when I did the recap, I said the same thing. Like, yo, my man, I ain't paid to watch you dance, man. I ain't paid to watch you dance. But that line, the Dances with Wolves line, mixed with the dance, that was dope. That was dope. Especially like when you factor in everything that was said in that line. What I didn't get as far as this crowd, and I heard a lot of people say, hey, this crowd was dead. That was always made a big deal of since the night the actual event happened, and this was part of the World Domination Day 2. This battle, because the first day was done on a Saturday, and they did that in California. And then day 2 was the following Saturday, and they did that in Canada. So you'll see the difference in the crowd is night and day. And for me, that doesn't matter. I'd rather watch a battle without the crowd interfering or booing or booing for no reason or overgassing bars. But you could tell that Cortez's first round was catered to the fans. And normally KOTD is a very fan-friendly kind of environment, right? So, like, I really see how he wrote this round was for people who knew about the first. Cause this is a rematch. So, for people who knew about the first one, there's things in here, especially in this first round so far, that if you've seen the previous battle, you should be able to catch. Or if you are like a big fan of battle rap and you got a chance to go and watch it before you go and watch the first one before this one, then you understand what was going on here. And what was going on here was his opening line, the ice is like 60. If you watch the original battle, which was on the Lions Den many years ago, he started his verse off with, Ice is like 50. Like, nah, not Curtis Jackson. Ice is like 50. Talking about his age. On this one, he started off with Ice is like 60. Now, I think Cortez was expecting what I was expecting after he heard the line. Because when I heard the line, I was like, oh, I thought he was expecting a crowd reaction. And that was a dope way to start it off. You know what I'm saying? To remind you, a little throwback of what happened last time. Another thing he threw out there was looking around and asked if Raekwon was judging the battle. You know what I'm saying? Raekwon was one of the guys judging the battle when they originally battled at the Lions Den. This was a dope round from Cortez. Start to finish. Fire round. A few lines you can just hang your hat on. You know what I'm saying? And I like when guys come out the gate firing on all cylinders and putting pressure on the other guy, because Ice, they give Ice, I'm not saying they give Ice, I don't mean it like this, but Ice is the KOTD champion, so he had the option of going, whether he go, to pick who goes first. So if you Cortez and you have a feeling that, this is the rule or whatever, because I never realized whether or not this is the rule or if this is something they just started doing. I don't know. I never paid attention to it. But he did have that option. So Cortez did the smart thing, which was have such a dope, flawless round with crazy bars and with some reminders of the old battle that it puts pressure for Head Ice to have to do better than that. And like I've always told people, you know, you want to go second because you want to be the last one in the crowd's mind or whoever's judging it mind. You know what I'm saying? And have the better chance to see what you have to do when someone goes before you. But and I would prefer to go last. But when you, especially for veteran guys, when you go first, you know, the rounds have to be, you know, there's a chance you're going to have to go first. So you got to come with rounds that's going to put pressure on the other guy to have to elevate more than you. And I really think Cortez did that. But he's going against Head Ice, somebody who we know is capable of coming with rounds. Like, Ice rarely ever care what somebody else do. It's always like he's going to do his thing and then that's it. But you have to know it's a championship matches, and I know he knows that. It's, nah, man, like, you got to pay attention because you have to know whether you have to use another verse or you know, come with rebuttals or whatever in order to maintain the status. You know what I'm saying? Because Cortez is definitely putting pressure. So that's first round from Cortez. Let's go into first round from Head Ice. Cortez won that round, first round. So Head Ice goes into this 10 laws, he said, the street, something like that. Some of them was cool. I definitely like that Joe Budden, Santana little line that he put there. He came on and said some shit about Diz, Cortez smoking blunts with Diz and Cali or something, and then in the car with Math in Brooklyn. I don't know how true any of that is, but we've heard Cortez addressing and say he had spoken to Diz after that Mav situation. He bumped into him at an event they were both at, walked through the group of people that Disaster was with. Disaster was like, it bothered Disaster. Cortez ain't talked to him. And Cortez told him the reason why is you know what you did wrong and y'all got to scrap for that. You and Math. Supposedly Cortez put Math on the phone right there with Disaster. Both Math and Cortez has said that that's what happened. So I don't know how true any of that other stuff is that Head Ice said about that. The other part too that we won't know, that's between them. But I seen Cortez shaking his head like that didn't happen. Was Head Ice saying that Cortez came up to him in Chicago and asked him it's okay for him to send a shot at Head Ice. You know what I'm saying? And I guess in his battle war. I don't know what he's talking about. But I like, it's like the pieces of his first round, but I think what he was trying to do, he had pieces of it that I thought were good, but some of it was like so. And to be quite honest, after you listen to Cortez spit a first round the way he did, you know, I don't know if that's what you should have came with. Overall, I gave that first round to Cortez. And I have to be honest, I don't think it's close. I thought that was a clear first round was clearly for Cortez. So and before all the people talk all the bullshit, I'm from Harlem. I'm from the east side of Harlem. I used to live on the west side. I was always back and forth between the east and the west side. So let's not with the bullshit. All right. I have no biasness. Both these two dudes are two of my favorite battle rappers, and that's not something new. It's been that way for a while. The both, I feel, are finally getting the due that they deserve, and I was happy this battle happened. But that's just the first round. Cortez got that clearly to me. I don't even think you could debate that first round. So second round on Cortez. Let's see what he do with it. Round two to me is more the same for Cortez. Very good round, very good bars. This round he added in more jokes. Funny. He had like a poster-sized picture. It was a picture, I guess, off Head Ice's Instagram page, where Head Ice is sitting there posing, holding his chin, and it's a chick laying on the bed. So Cortez, I don't want to say everything that he said. I want you to see it for yourself and then tell me what you thought about it. But Cortez had a roaster session. He went in on what the female looked like, what she was wearing. It did, judging off what we're seeing on cam, because I didn't see the picture up close. I guess the girl had on a fitted hat and all that. She did kind of look a little dykish or whatever, but you don't see her face. You just see behind her what she's wearing. She's laying on the bed. She had her ass out with like a flannel shirt and like a backwards fitted hat. Some funny looking shit. So Cortez went in on that and had his homeboy passing the pitch out into the crowd. But before that he had bars. After that he had bars. That whole global warming bar he had, that was cool. That sea level, you know, is a double joint. Sea level, and then sea level was his name's Cortez, his level. I thought those would definitely stand out bars. He had a few more and mixed them with the jokes. I thought it was a very good and consistent round. I don't know. Like right now, I hear even Organic addressing the crowd. Like the crowd does seem dead, like a little overly dead, and that's why I guess I saw so many people saying that they thought this was a bad battle. I don't. So far, like I said, I think I've only watched two. We're in the second round. I saw one round from Head Ice, 2 rounds from Cortez. I thought were good. And again, you know, maybe people watching it and going off the crowd reaction see that there isn't none. And there's a lot of people who judge battles off of that, man. I'm just going off the bars. So right now, Cortez had a very good round. His second round on Head Ice. Let's see what he got. Second round on Head Ice, I thought was a better overall round that he had. But to me, he started off slow in that round. Then there was a little awkward moment where I don't know if he was stumbling or what it was. The second part of his round to the end, he definitely picked up steam and definitely went at Cortez. He seemed like more, I don't know if warmed up is the word, but he definitely came at that second round a whole other way, the way he didn't come in that first round pause. And it seemed more like a Head Ice kind of round, if that make any sense to anybody. But I thought the second half of that round is where he picked up the steam. He had an X5, a bubble back X5 line. That was dope. That Puerto Rican power line, like Puerto Rico needs power, but the way he said, like the way he put that together, that was dope. And I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm still telling you that was fire. Like that was fire. Right before he said that what masked. He said a line and then talked about giraffe beef. Now, I don't know what the fuck that was even supposed to mean. I felt like when he said the Puerto Rico power line, he said that after the giraffe beef thing. So it kind of like, I'm pretty sure people ain't catch it. And let's be real. I catch a lot of Head Ice's lines. A lot of people don't. They have to watch it over again. Or, you know, his style is definitely a little more unorthodox. You know what I'm saying? But what the hell was that? I'm hoping anybody who interviewed him, if anybody have seen an interview where he explained that, please let me know. I would like to know what he meant by that, because I didn't get that, not one bit. None at all. It seemed weird. It sounded weird. But I felt that was also kind of masked, because right after that was that Puerto Rico line, the Puerto Rican power line, and that was a dope line. So I don't know if you know what the hell he was talking about. Please get in the comment section. Let me know. I don't know. More of the story, I gave Cortez essentially this battle because I give Cortez the first round and the second round so far. Thought the first round was clear. The second round was a little closer, but I still think that Cortez had him by at least five lines. You know what I'm saying? So, in a way, that's kind of a clear second round win also. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, that first half of his round was and then he picked up and started heating up in that second half. So, as of right now, I got Cortez winning it. Let's see what this third is like anyway. Third round on Cortez. Third round, Cortez. I don't know why did you do what you did in your third round. Third round, Cortez. the very beginning seemed like he was slipping up right off the beginning of the third round. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought he was like slipping, or I don't know what the hell that was about. Then he starts going at Head Ice, and basically what he's using the kind of the race angle where he's talking about how Head Ice is like kissing the white people's ass type shit, and he said something about the chain, and basically he's like he said Head Ice, like if you don't know, but the I.C.E. in Head Ice means I control everything, and he was saying like, nah, like Organic blocked your Shotgun Shook battle with you Dub, so it's like you don't control anything he does type shit. So it was like for half the round he went at Ice, but then the other half he did something very risky. I would have never, especially if he was to have spit that round to me. I don't know him, but I'm just saying, if I was in his corner, he had spit that round to me, I would have told him out the gate, don't do that. Don't do that. The rest of his round was about the future of battle rap. He announces that he had started a league up, which I had seen maybe 2 weeks ago on Instagram. He's starting a league up. It's supposed to be like a developmental league. Him and his friend is starting up. He came up with ideas for the future of battle rap to make more money, which is to get off of YouTube and to get involved with Apple, Netflix, and stuff like that. Which, bottom line, he has some great ideas. What Cortez did in the second half of his third round was just brainstorming on some great shit. And I have nothing but admiration for what he has planned in his mind, right? But this wasn't for that, though, Cortez. This was not for that, man, because I gave you the first 2 rounds. I thought the first 2 rounds were clear. That first round was definitely clear, nothing to talk about. The second round, I look back at my paper, I previously said I gave you the second round by 5 points. I actually gave it to you by 4 points, but that's actually by 3.5 points, which is still, I'm sorry, I am by 4 points. That's his round. Both the first and second I thought were clear. Especially, like I said, Head Ice like slipped up in the second, made it easier to say. But the third round, Cortez, you can't be in a title match knowing how the crowd, and knowing how, even though the crowd was dead, but I'm just saying in your mind, when you're formulating your plan, you know how the crowd feels about Head Ice, you know what the league feels about him. Not saying they are biased, I'm just saying look at how everything is surrounding the whole situation. You can't risk giving half or a little bit more than half of your round towards your thoughts on battle rap. What if you didn't get them 2 rounds clearly? Like, that was a hell of a gamble, and this wasn't for that. You could have did that in the interviews. You could have did that in your other battles. Like, this was a very meaningful battle. Head Ice comes and has a very good third round. Top to bottom. Even gets a little personal and goes back to that whole disaster, you smoking with disaster shit. Where he even goes into, supposedly y'all were all in the same car. Well, you was in the same car with Disaster's peoples and them smoking. That's according to what Head Ice said in that third round. So Cortez is in the camera saying, no, that ain't true. Who knows it if it is, if it isn't. Only they would know. What's the point of me saying all this? The point is that whole third round, Head Ice was coming at you the whole time. I thought it was a very good third round from Head Ice. Very good. You helped him a bit more by not coming with a third round completely about him. It's not like you had a few bars about battle rap future. You had like half your round, maybe even a little more than half, dedicated to that. Like, come on. You can't do that in this situation because you never know what it was, what material he had. You had to come in kill mode. You know what I'm saying? Head Ice had a very good third round. I thought it was a very lengthy third round. It was, but I don't know which I agreed on time. I don't know if it was unlimited, what it was, but that's besides the point. I got Cortez 2-1 in this battle, but I think that he made a mistake in general with how he formulated that third round. I didn't think that was a good idea at all. Even though I had him win in the first 2 rounds, you just never know, man. And that, to me, that was a very bad idea. So I think that the both of them are professionals. So I want to say that the both of them might have had an extra round on deck in case one of the rounds didn't go the way they thought it would be. So maybe Cortez, after seeing that the first 2 rounds was a lock, maybe he just spit a alternate third round. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Head Ice, again, being a professional that they are, he probably had an extra round in case one of the rounds didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. So, I mean, overall, I thought it was a decent battle overall. Decent. I would like to know, like, how it is that these guys judge these battles, that some of these judges had the rounds for Head Ice. I don't know how they battle it, how they score the battles. But again, I got a 2-1 Cortez. If you guys have it different, let me know how you have it. But I also want to know why you have it the way you have it. I want to know, like, give me your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts on this. So 2-1 Cortez for me. Head Ice was the judges gave the battle to Head Ice. Ain't nothing you can do now. It is what it is. Everything we say now is obsolete because it's just our opinions. You know, when people saying that Cortez got robbed, I'm sitting here watching it and I can understand why they say that. So make sure you subscribe. Definitely give your opinions. Make sure you hit the alert bell so you know every time that we drop an episode. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, and your comments and your opinions are wanted. I want to hear it. Holla at me, man. Get in that comment section and holla at me. Also, right here in the description box, man, I'm putting links to my other podcast, J Legend Effect. But even more is we had some skits that we've done. You know what I'm saying? That's on my other channel. But I'm going to put the link right here in the description box. Make sure you hit the link. Let me know what you think of the skits also, man. It's just, you know, us having a little bit of fun, man. You know, our lifestyles, the streets, and everything surrounding us can be hard sometimes. And sometimes you just got to take a moment to laugh. I ain't no comedian. Come up with these funny thoughts sometimes and just do what I do. So I want to know what your opinion is on that too. So make sure you hit that link in the description. Also, I want to let everybody know, pretty much every Wednesday, I'm co-hosting a show, a live radio show by the name of Unfiltered Radio with Eric G. Check out on Instagram, Eric G Presents, and on Facebook, Eric Gonzalez. He is the host, and that is his that is his radio show. Eric G, he's a comedian, well-versed comedian, well-known, up-and-coming guy throughout New York mostly. He goes other places too, but, you know, everybody really knows him in New York for his brand of comedy. He also has a live show that he does, a live stand-up comedy show and variety show that he does with his partner, Chike, in Brooklyn. Salzy's in Brooklyn. They do it, I think it's 2 or 3 Thursdays out of the month they do. He also just did a TVS special. So anyway, I'm almost every Wednesday I'm on his show. You can catch that on beatboxradio.com. Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Eastern time to 7 o'clock. His next few episodes are very they're touchy subjects, and maybe you guys want to tune in live to check that out. If you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Twitter and stuff, I always put the links up. Same thing with Facebook, J Legend Effect on there. You guys check that out, and I'll also you can check on Mixcloud and find them for the old episodes and shit like that. So I want you guys to get in tune with that. And it's soon we'll be taking calls up there too. We haven't done it, and I haven't been on every single episode. I've been on the majority of the episodes. I haven't been on every single one. It's live radio. We haven't done one where we taking live calls, but we always had the ability to. We just haven't done it. And so, maybe we'll start doing that soon. Either way, man, I need you guys to rock with me. And again, I can't thank you enough for any support that you show, all right? So salute to you guys. Enjoy your day. Get in the comment section. Make sure you hit these links down here. And I'll catch you on the next one, man. Let's celebrate battle rap.